Hey there, interwebs. I just wanted to start this video off by saying this was pretty much my fault. Went out to Bass Lake in Bass Lake, California for a guys' weekend with some buddies of mine, and decided to bring along the GoPro drone. It was kind of a cloudy day, very overcast, cold, and not very good visuals. So I had flown my drone out for, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so, and brought it back in, hoping that some of the fog would burn up by midday. And in doing so, when I went to go lift it off the second time, my buddy had cast a line and I didn't realize it, and so I accidentally hit his line, and my drone went into Bass Lake. We were on a little pontoon that had about a 3-foot gap on the front that I was launching it from, as well as the first time I had taken it, I had landed it no problem. A small spot, but the drone flies pretty well enough that I was able to land it and take off no problems. No problems, that is, until I decided to hit my buddy's fishing line. At this point, the drone had probably been in the water for a good 2 to 3 minutes before my buddy realized that his line was going out, and so he decided to go ahead and start reeling it in, thinking that he had either caught a fish or a drone. He wasn't sure, and so as he was reeling it in, it was giving him some difficulty, so had a good feeling that it was the drone that had gotten caught in his line, and that he was bringing back to surface. When we finally pulled the drone out of the lake, I noticed there was a lot of water on the front LCD screen of the GoPro Hero 5 Black. So as soon as we got home, put it into a bowl of rice and let it sit there for 3 days, and that was able to get rid of all the water that I had noticed in the camera itself. Now at this point I hadn't flown the Karma for roughly a week, and had it sit outside for a number of times on a windy day, just hoping that it would get out any excess water that may have been in the Karma body. I'd also purchased an extra set of Karma propellers. 2 of my propellers had broken during the crash landing into the lake, and I was worried about the Karma battery having been underwater, so I purchased a second battery just in case as well. After about a week of waiting and air drying, the moment of truth was here. I turned on the GoPro Karma Drone. It booted up. It was recognized by the controller, but the stabilizer wasn't turning on and wasn't being recognized as well. Luckily I had the second battery on me, so I went ahead and turned off the drone and replaced the battery that had fallen into the lake with the newer battery that I had purchased. After putting in the new battery and turning it on, there was a slight delay that felt like an eternity, but luckily the stabilizer booted up and everything seemed fine, and I was beyond excited that my drone was working again after having fallen into a lake. But I figured the next thing to do was to take it out for a flight. As some final thoughts, I initially purchased the Karma system because I felt that it offered a great value. You could use the camera by itself if you wanted to. You could use the camera with the stabilizer, or you could use the camera with the drone, giving you a lot of function for the money that you're spending. Is it expensive? Yes, but it's a purchase I would definitely make again, especially having it submerged for 3 minutes in a lake, pluck it back out, and it was working again, only having to change the propellers and the battery. Plus, this thing is built like a tank. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to throw them down in the comment section. I'm also going to upload the video of the drone falling into the lake unedited, just in case someone wants to see it. Thank you again.